Namaste and welcome to Wise Owl Career Guide. Today we have Mr. Atirek Anand with us, who's had his career in marketing and channel management. He's also done a Six Sigma certification, and we'll find out how that has helped and what is the use and how it benefits one in their career. Welcome, Atirek.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you so much.
So, Atirek, what has been your educational background?
Okay, so it has been a topsy-turvy in my life if you talk about career or maybe my educational background. So I have done my engineering in biotechnology, and
Okay,
yeah, and I have designed a drug against tetanus. But as you can
okay,
see, my whatever candidature you have seen, mine is into
mhm,
completely into marketing and channel management. Um,
right,
yes, so unfortunately, I was one of those people who graduated in the year 2008, wherein recession was a real hit for the entire world. So,
right.
we were placed into an IT company. So, being into a biotechnology background, I got an interest, a lot of interest in software engineering and all. So I got placed as a software engineer. However, because of recession, we couldn't join the company. So I
Okay,
thought of doing my research work. So I went to Chennai in one of the labs and I designed a drug against tetanus. Uh,
okay.
yes. And post that, once I realized that I'm not meant for this particular field, so I thought
Mhm.
of trying my luck into marketing. So that's how I did my PGDBM from IIPM New Delhi. And
Okay.
yes, so and then again, so IT was some or the other way, it was closer to my heart. So my
Mhm.
first company was Reddington India Limited, and they gave me the opportunity to handle uh, a product called as EMC. Now it is owned by Dell Corporation. So
Okay.
there my journey started into marketing. So the entire IT industry was new for me. The entire market was new for me, and I since so the thing is that once you love something, once you have a lot of interest, you kind of you do more than what is required. And within a year,
Right.
I got promoted as a product manager, and then I got transferred to my head office, and then I could see that I was managing India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, and Singapore as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so that's how it started, and there were a lot of things which I learned. So there's, you know, let me digress something from my job part. So once you study, okay, and when I'm talking about
Mhm.
studying, that would be 2009-11 part. Now studies
Right.
are diametrically opposite of what we've studied, Gen Z
Mhm.
versus millennials. So yeah, it was more of a theoretical one. So once you dirty your hand in the field, then you get to know actually the crux of it, how things work. So that's how
Absolutely.
I started getting in, interest in marketing, and since then, yes. So I mean, I actually, because my job profile was as such that it required a lot of uh, supply chain management as well, as to when
Mhm.
which product should be moved when, by what way, should it be
Okay.
air, should it be sea, and what marketing campaigns or marketing activities should I launch in order to attract more customers, what would be the NPS
Mhm.
score for those particular uh, uh, you know
Right.
uh, that's all I used to do. So that's how it
Mm.
was. And then again, after working for 10 years, I started I had my one of my startup, but thanks to COVID, got closed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, however, then I realized that I need to upgrade myself. And after 10.5 years
Mm.
of experience, I thought of doing my MBA again. And this time,
Okay.
this MBA was very exciting, very interesting, at the same time tough. When I say tough, because I had a gap of 10.5 years, so
From
studies
studying.
were a problem for me, because for us it was more of a 9:30 you go to office, come back by 7, 7:38 or whatsoever, do your thing, and that's how it is. But yeah, this
Yeah.
particular MBA from SP Jain School of Global Management
Mhm.
has changed my life entirely, because
Okay.
I could see myself and the market in a very different manner as to what I was doing traditionally. So there were so many
Okay.
things like blue ocean strategy, which I never heard of. Okay, but
Mhm.
yes, with my and like I told you, I did my Six Sigma green belt as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it didn't help me professionally a lot, when I say professionally in terms of my work, but personally it has
Mm-hmm.
helped me a lot because with
Okay.
all those concepts I had, I was able to, I could gauge as to what things needs to be done, maybe your 5S or your fishbone, what is the cause and effect relationship, if this
Mm-hmm.
number is not happening, or if this certain campaign is not working, why is it not working? So that's how I used
Right.
to do the brainstorming part of it. So that's, like I told you. So yeah, and I wanted to be a doctor though. I'm a bio student, then did my
Okay.
engineering, then MBA, wanted to be a software engineer. So that's like it is a pretty topsy turvy for me, if you can say, my journey in terms of education.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Atirik, how was the experience of, because marketing jobs for freshers
Yeah.
are very difficult to get, and especially getting the role of a product manager that early in your career.
Yes.
So, how was the experience there? Did you have your mentors around, or were you, thrown on the deep end and asked to manage things?
Yeah, I was thrown in the sea and I was asked to swim.
Okay.
Having said that, so as a fresher, be it
Hmm.
millennials, Gen Zs, or maybe baby boomers, we have a tendency to imagine stuff. Okay.
Correct.
However, our faculties have been telling us, do your due diligence. Okay. When you appear for
Hmm.
an interview, do your diligence. Research about the company, about the profile. But
Hmm.
having said that, I never had that particular notion in my mind that, I'm a marketing guy. I've done my MBA, so I'll get a cabin, in the very beginning of it.
Right.
Right. So one of my faculty has said a very beautiful line that unless and until you don't dirty your hands, you'll not be immune
Mhm.
to the
Correct.
job. So that's how it is. So yes, a lot of reading will help. A lot of concept which you studied in your in any of your stream, that helps. That
Mhm.
really helps.
Okay.
And it is up to a candidate or a person as to how are you going to implement it. Either you're going to
Mhm.
be a sheep in the entire cohort, that you have to follow it,
Mhm.
or you want to just be a black sheep in a positive manner, that you are being
Right.
visible, because any publicity, I would say, is a good publicity. However, having said that, I would again say that yes, sometimes it is very important for you to showcase yourself. There are people,
Right.
there have been times, and I'm sure in your career as well, there have been times wherein you have been pulled down either by your boss or your colleagues, right? At the same
Absolutely.
time, either you fight or flight. Okay. So the thing is, I didn't do neither. I would rather reasoned it out, told them this is
Mhm.
what I feel, and that's how things should be. Even then, if they don't agree, then yes, they would definitely come back, because if you have facts and figures with you, with whatever you're
Right.
saying, it helps. So when you go
Mhm.
and speak to anybody, if
Mhm.
with facts and figures, it will help you. And marketing, yes. So a lot of people think that marketing and sales are same. I'm sorry, marketing is more than that. Marketing is a bigger umbrella under which there are
Okay.
multiple things comes. There's sales management,
Mhm.
there's channel management, there's digital marketing, there's product marketing, to name a few, right?
Right.
But we often, or I would say fresher would often um, think that marketing and sales are very, like, similar, that you're selling it and you're doing the marketing. Yes, it requires a small portion of marketing, but if at all your market is already established, so उसमें आप क्या
Mhm.
ज़्यादा marketing करोगे? Or if at all it's a new
Mhm.
company, then yes, there are people specifically designed, or
Mhm.
programmed in order. Abhi to digital marketing has come into the picture, so yes, a lot of things post COVID are going digital, right? But if
Right.
if you talk about the traditional marketing, there are a lot of things which you are supposed to do. One is the market research. That's the basic,
Right.
something called as concept testing. If you are,
Hmm.
before launching anything, you have to know your market actually, right?
Right.
We, as a fresher, even in sales also, people are told this is the product, this is the service, you have to sell it. So hello sir, I'm calling
Hmm.
from so and so. Would you like to buy it? Again, I would say this is not a right approach. Rather than
Mm-hmm.
selling a product, do the solution selling. And when I say
Okay.
solution selling, you have to gain the customer's interest by asking their pain points. Once you get
Hmm.
the pain points, you are there, bang on, you will definitely come and you will pitch in your product. A simple example,
Right.
one of my customer, I just went through to say hello, hi. They were not planning to
Hmm.
buy anything in coming 2 years. I just went in, barged
Okay.
in, hi sir, how are you, and all that. So this is what is
Hmm.
happening. Do you know about this hyperconverged infrastructure? Okay, yeah, I've heard about it and all that. I said, okay, fine. Can you show me your infrastructure, your IT infrastructure? He showed, okay, how old are these? And then I started, do you know this? This is happening in the market. And I was, okay, can you tell me more about it? I said, I would, but tell me,
Hmm.
are these your pain points? Are these the problem you're facing? These are your operational
Hmm.
cost. These are your capex
Hmm.
expenditure. And that's how I
Right.
get the interest. And then I said,
Hmm.
look here, I have a very beautiful product called as
Hmm.
so and so. I would not name the company now here.
Absolutely.
And that's how. And within a month, I got the order, and it was a huge 2 million order, $2 million order.
Wow.
So I would say yes, as a marketeer or a salesperson, do your due diligence, do your market research,
Hmm.
see the size of the
Hmm.
market. Okay. And then your
Right.
market share, and then what product are you pitching and how applicable it is at a customer place. So customer centricity is the word I would use here for any of the fresh
Okay.
people planning their career in this particular field.
Sure. So, Atrik, you had already done one MBA after your engineering
Yes.
and, dabbling your hand in the medical
Academia.
field. So, why did you feel the need for a second MBA?
All right. So, like I told you, it was 10 years already me working.
Right.
Things were not
So
working.
in 10 years, people reach a bit of a comfort level that, okay, now I know and understand what marketing is, what product is, or, various
Yeah.
aspects of marketing. Now I already know because it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So what made you go for a second MBA?
Yeah, I have a problem actually. You can call it as a mental problem. Maybe your colleagues or bosses challenge you, I challenge myself. So,
Okay.
so the thing is, it was 10 years down the line that I realized that I'm not updated to the market. Okay. And
Mhm.
plus, whatever work I was doing mix of marketing, mix of sales. I wanted to
Correct.
upgrade myself and move into a core marketing work wherein I feel that I am very passionate about it. And there's a
Hmm.
saying also, no, when you once you're passionate about it, you would do wonders. Sky is not the limit for you. So
Absolutely.
that's what I thought. And obviously, and at that very moment, I was, blessed with a baby girl. um February, I was blessed with a baby girl, and June was my session starting. So I had 2 months to prepare for my GMAT exam as well. So it's just
Okay.
that, yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. So that's how it was. And then I didn't think, because the college is really good. It has like it comes under Forbes list on fourth list, number four, in the
Right.
Forbes list. So I thought obviously something good will happen. And then I also plan to have my career maybe in future somewhere outside India, to understand how the
Hmm.
international market works. As of now, I've been
Right.
domestic, in a domestic manner. However, I'm a marketing manager in my current organization, and I've been doing
Hmm.
international marketing sitting in in
Okay.
Indian premises.
In India.
Yes.
Right.
But yes, I wanted to taste a student life as well. I would say a little greedy also, to
Okay.
do it after 10 years. And
Hmm.
I think my daughter and my wife and my family supported me like crazy, that they were my building blocks at that very moment as well, that please go, we are there to help you. And I think
Sure.
that's what drove me more to excel in what I did, and I enjoyed it. Really, really, it was an amazing MBA program, which was diametrically opposite of what I did in 2009. So yes, it was
Hmm.
amazing experience actually.
Okay, so the Six Sigma training that you did,
Yeah.
What is it actually? And, are there opportunities in that area? And how are companies using this particular specialization?
Absolutely. So, okay, there are a lot of companies who wants to reduce or eliminate unnecessary processes. Example, a very small example, in one of my companies, for any billing of a
Hmm.
customer, it used to take 5 days,
Okay.
right? And in this jet age, do you or a customer or you as an individual, will you be able to afford those 5 days in order to get your product delivered at your premises? I would say no, right?
Absolutely.
There were unnecessary processes involved which were not actually required.
Hmm.
So through this is one of the examples. So through Six Sigma, we could reduce it to 1 day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
that's
basically,
a
yes.
huge.
Yes. So basically, Six Sigma is basically, I would say, in layman terms, it is basically reducing or eliminating the unnecessary processes or errors, I would say,
Okay.
right? So there's something called as DMAC, which is define, measure, um, analyze, integrate, so on and so forth. Okay, and then
Right.
right. So there are processes wherein one step में आपको ये करना है. You have to define the
Mm.
problem, then analyze it. Okay, what are
Hmm.
the alternatives? So then there's something called as fish and bone, which is cause and effect. So what is,
Right.
yeah, what is the cause which is affecting those 5 days that it is taking for a company to bill a customer for 5 days? So I lost a lot of
Hmm.
customers. I lost a lot of trust in my vendors because I have been into a distribution industry throughout. So agar
Right.
all my billing was not happening on time, my order loading was not happening on time, what used to
Hmm.
happen was that obviously my vendor would not be happy. They would not give me any order.
Yeah.
So these are one of the example of Six Sigma. Talking about the careers, there are lot of career prospects in Six Sigma. You can get into process automation. Okay, you
Right.
can work in the when I say accounts receivables and account payables, there are a lot of unnecessary processes which comes into the picture. Okay,
Hmm.
using those techniques. Okay, now there's something called as RPA, which is robotic process automation, which is kind of doing all those work using those softwares.
Hmm.
Okay, you can do that. So, and then your manufacturing industry, that's the biggest user of Six Sigma. Okay, Toyota,
Okay.
name it. Toyota, Ford, assembly lines, name it.
Hmm.
Distribution industry, wherein there is supply chain. Okay,
Right.
there is a demand versus supply. Your Six Sigma comes into the picture, so it's everywhere. It's just that as a student, as a cohort, or as a person who you want to make your career into, you need to, again, I would use the word, you need to do your due diligence. If you're into a
Right.
marketing, you need to tell them, or you need to think about it or rethink about it, that how will Six Sigma help you? Is it going to help you professionally, personally? And if personally, is it going to change the way you're doing your work in your organization? So
Right.
that's how it is. And certification, these days green belt Six Sigma certification are very common.
Okay.
But yes, at the same time, I would say for a person who's beginning, or they want to make their career in operations or supply chain management, or into something which are pertaining, which has a requirement for Six Sigma certifications, uh, to
Hmm.
start with, yes. But
Okay.
once you move up on the ladder, you need to
Hmm.
be black belt certified, and that is where your journey will start. Then you will define a
Okay.
process, you will make a process, rather you'll become a consultant. Look, here we are,
Hmm.
establishing our company here. What do you think? So again, there's something
Hmm.
called as balance scorecard. Okay, again,
Okay.
that's not Six Sigma, but that's something called as balance scorecard, which has 4 5 effects. Your internal, your
Hmm.
customers, your finances, your human resource. So all these things. So then you will be able to think as a consultant, that as a
Okay.
consultant, how am I going to make my customer feel better, and how is it that he's going to make profit out of it? And
Mhm.
Everybody, nobody, I mean, in any organization or you go now, it's not only about revenue. It's
Right.
everybody is talking about profit margin. So
Mm.
that's how you can start it. If you want to, there are companies like Cognizant who hires, freshers with Six Sigma. Okay. Having said
Okay.
that, not only having your certification will help. You
Mhm.
should always make sure, if at all you are a professional, you should always make sure that you do a project inside your own organization that will
Okay.
help you understand the concepts or the things which you've studied in your Six Sigma on a um, um, real time world, in a real time world.
Mhm.
Or if you're fresher, I mean, there are a lot of companies who ask for internships. Search
Okay.
search for it. There's something called as Quora. There's a
Mhm.
website called as imjobs.com, wherein they hire a lot of freshers from IM. Okay. And there are a lot of
Mhm.
MBA colleges, or the students or the companies who look for, their internship, their summer internship, or whatever dissertation it
Right.
has, that they want to have people around them wherein they can work on the strategy. And there
Okay.
you do the certification and then you apply those things in your project. That will help you crack your interview as well. And then sky will not be the limit for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Atirek, for sharing so many, insights into all the aspects, be it marketing or Six Sigma. If I were to ask you, one success mantra, one thing that would help people reach success, whichever field they may be in, what would be your
Okay. There are two things, if I may. I mean, if I may
sure?
talk
Absolutely,
about.
absolutely.
One is your dream might change every now and then because the grass is always greener on the other side of the hedge.
Right.
Right. So, example, if at all I'm a marketer, I would might find sales job very lucrative job because usme paisa bahut hai. Okay. Or
Absolutely.
a sales guy would say, man, this marketing guys are so attractive. The work is so flashy. So dreams
Right.
can change. However,
Hmm.
if you're passionate about it, absolutely you'll work on that. But do not be very adamant that you have to do this
Hmm.
thing only. And if you're not getting that, then that will be a problem for you. So always have plan B.
Okay.
Second thing is idealize people, have idols,
Hmm.
get
Hmm.
inspired, but don't get influenced.
Okay.
If
There
you'll
is
get
a huge difference there.
yes, if you'll get influenced, the problem is you might end up making the same mistake which they have done in their life. So please do get
Right.
inspired from people whom you love, adore, but do not get influenced. So
Okay.
that's my two mantras of life. And yes, money is out again. So yeah, that gives me a lot of push to work.
Push, yes. Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your views on, various kinds of options available. Thank you.
And thank you. It was an honor and privilege to be speaking to you. And thank you so much. Thank you.
So that was Mr. Atirek sharing with us his journey and how his dreams kept changing. And what he said that, the grass is always greener on the other side is very true. It's not necessary that what you've done in your graduation is going to be your lifelong career path. It can change. But yes, you need your passion to be able to change that. You need the effort, the determination, and you need to constantly upgrade yourself. Just because you worked for some time and you think you know everything, please think again, because the world is changing, the technology is changing, and the way we do business is changing. So, be it any profile, constant upgradation of your skills and of your knowledge is something which is not restricted to just CAs and doctors and lawyers anymore. Every field requires it. I hope you had some insights into various options that are available, especially when it comes to Six Sigma as a career option. If you have any questions or queries that you want answered, do write to us in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Also, please do like and share the channel. Thank you.